This might be the last episode of the Nature Journal Show. It's definitely the last episode of season 5. I don't know where to start. Everything in my life is interconnected, and that means that if I'm going through an existential crisis, there might be a bit of a crisis on the Nature Journal Show as well. So when I come to these impasses or turning points in my life, I have this tendency to want to change everything all at once or make one big decision. Well, the sun's about to set, but let's see if we can get a quick little landscape painting in. What am I chasing? What is my main goal? Did I lose sight of my intention? Am I still trying to save the world through nature journaling? The world feels like it's falling apart. Is it because of artificial intelligence? Is it because I'm getting older? Is it because I can't afford healthcare or to live in the US? These are some of the questions I'm struggling with. Alright, so got a quick underdrawing, which I think at least gets the vibe here. Can you see that? There's a lot of complexity to put into this, so lots of decision making. Let's get some watercolor on the page. The sky is not that blue, so that's easy to mess up. Because everyone wants to make the sky blue, right? So I can also be a little bit flexible with my colors. For example, if I want to put, these colors are all going to be changing very rapidly this time of day. So I kind of like the way it looks over there. There's a lot of purples. So I'm actually going to start with some purple in my blue. You can see that. This is what I usually use for the distance anyways. And there's a really characteristic color to the sky. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to capture that very great right now, but let's see if we can get some of this purple in the distance. And I'm gonna go ahead and try. So I think what I'm gonna try, I think sometimes quinacridone gold or maybe yellow ochre could work near the horizon, and a little bit of pink as well. Maybe a little bit more pink. Get some pink from right here. There we go. Oops, shoot, touch the purple. We're gonna have some wet on wet, because I'm working fast. I kind of want to do this like alla prima, because I don't have very much time. So let's bring that up a little bit, dilute it down, and then put blue. Let's droplet looks not right, so. Okay, I probably should have brought some of those colors down into the foreground as well, but I probably don't have as much time to do that, so I'm gonna go straight over here and put in some really dark stuff, just so that I don't end up with an anemic watercolor. So I'm gonna mix a bunch of Serpentine Genuine, and whatever this is, probably a lot of, not Indanthrone, but blanking on the name of that green right there. Maybe I shouldn't put greens in here at all. It might be better to tone them down a little bit more, because this time of day you start losing those yellow colors. And I've got this big shadow that I have to figure out how I'm gonna try to show. And to top it all off, it looks like there's a bunch of oil, or maybe it's sunscreen that got on this page and is making it resistant to water. You gotta be careful about that with watercolor paper. Okay, I'll worry about that later. And this is actually not green at all, but let's try that and keep moving. Look how beautiful the colors are. It's really great. Great time of day. Not easy colors, nor an easy landscape, even if you have a lot of time, and I'm trying to do everything fast. And I didn't make a careful choice with my framing either, so I've bitten off quite a large piece, and those are a lot of rules that when I'm teaching landscape painting, I would say don't do a lot of those things. But sometimes you have to learn the rules and work within the rules and understand why those are rules, and then once you do all of that, then you can know when to break the rules. So like right now I'm gonna put in some of this buff titanium and symbolize these rocks, which are very important out here. Have to work kind of messy on something like this just because you don't have that much time, and messy is usually faster, not necessarily. So I think all things considered, this is coming out fine. This time of day the colors are really dramatic, so they're not easy. They're not necessarily easy to capture. I feel like I need more pink, maybe naphthalene maroon actually. This is also just 150 GSM paper without very much texture, so it's not made for this necessarily, but it can do the job. Honestly, if that were just my 7-minute or whatever alla prima painting of this landscape, I'd be pretty happy. So maybe there's a lesson to be learned in just doing a landscape like this, and maybe there's a metaphor there for what I'm trying to do with the Nature Journal show. Wow, look how beautiful that is. And I think that's the moral of the story, is that just because I had to make this painting and make this episode for all of you, it forced me to come out here on this beautiful day where I could be sitting inside. So I think that's the whole point. It doesn't have to be complex. You don't have to overthink it. And that's the message I want to leave you all with, is getting out here to experience this. If this kind of painting and nature journaling can force you to do that, that's the most important thing, is just getting out here, appreciating, and continuing to learn and see beauty in the world around us. This is the last episode of season 5 of the Nature Journal Show. Thanks for tuning in this year. We have over 500 videos of the Nature Journal Show, and this might be the last episode ever
of the Nature Journal show itself. So stay tuned to my newsletter. You can find that link right here to find out what's next, because it might be the last episode of the Nature Journal show, but there's still a lot to show. Stay tuned. Bye.